What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Figure Files. Happy Tuesday. We got a new Marvel Legends figure revealed today, this time courtesy of IGN. And I feel like this is another one that I'm going to have to add to the collection, even though for a very long time I've been able to swear off all these different versions of this character. You know, I'm talking about. Dan Yoon tweeted out yesterday, because I'm never going to say Dan Yoon X'd out yesterday, that we're going to get a new Marvel Legends reveal this week. All kinds of speculation. Are we going to see that Hulkbuster figure that they had for the packaging of their last live stream, since we know it's coming? Nope. This time it was a figure that, Dan was super excited about. And here it is. And he says this needed an update. And it's like, all right, cool, Venom. Okay, maybe. But if there's been any one character Marvel Legends team has repeatedly cranked out all kinds of different versions of, it's Venom. And this figure right here, I've had in my collection for a very long time. And this is a really great figure. I mean, you guys had that figure in your collection where you're like, there's no way I'm replacing this one. Come on, get in focus, Eddie. There we go. Sort of, kind of. I don't know why he was being so difficult. Anyway, this figure is nice and beefy. He's big. What I should have done, if I was thinking about that, is have a Spider-Man figure so you could really, there we go, compare him and see how big he looks. He's just a nice classic Venom. He's just smooth. He's got the size and this great sinister head sculpt. I'm like, I'm good. And he has been a character they have done so many different versions of. And I'm like, I'm good because you guys made the definitive Venom figure for me. Of course, the Marvel Legends team was like, challenge accepted. And I mean, let me just take a quick walk through some of these different Venom figures we've gotten. Some as recently as just a couple years ago, but here's one. To the left is the Venom I just brought out, but there's the Toy Biz one from way back in the day. And that figure does it. I mean, it's not like it's a terrible figure. That's a solid look for Venom. He's a character that he's so easy to do. You just need to make him bigger and buffer than Spider-Man, and you're all set. So anyway, here's some of the other ones that Hasbro has released on their watch. So this is the big, mega, huge, raging Venom symbiote style. So you see he's got all these tendrils popping up, he's got all this musculature and really crazy, sinister looking Venom based on different interpretations on different artists' renditions of Venom. So it's a totally viable look for him. I didn't need that one. It's whatever. Then we have this one, which is basically the same version of the figure I showed earlier. It's just got a little symbiote piece around the neck that you can add. And I'm pretty sure that one had an unmasked Eddie Brock head sculpt too. Not enough to make me pull the trigger and grab it. Then, so it's not even been that long, we have a retro card version of Venom as well. This is sold out, so you can't get it on Pulse, showing the need to re-release this figure. So that's always cool. And we had a debate on should Hasbro keep re-releasing figures. This shows once again why it's so necessary. Now, this is again the same looking figure, this time with some cell shading, a little bit of blue, a little bit of red. And so you can see this is very much cartoon colors, a little toned down. So we're not seeing the gums there. They're just all white. It's kind of a simplified look of Venom. It's not a bad figure. It looks cool if you like that cartoon comic book or cartoon aesthetic. So nice looking figure. Then we had this multi-pack, 3-pack with Venom, Agony, and Riot. And this Venom was another really strong addition to the collection. It's not like they've done bad versions of Venom through all this time, but you can see this one. And we got butterfly shoulders. So that is a really nice deal here. See some tendrils popping around on his forearms. And then he's got some kind of shoulder spikes as well. Nothing on the legs. They try to keep those clean. But this is a really nice Venom figure. It's just, did I really want to pay for symbiotes I didn't really care about just to get this really awesome Eddie Brock Venom figure? Now I like the half head version because that's really cool, but I really like the clean version of Venom. and I didn't need that one. And then to wrap it up, we have the 60th anniversary of, and this is Null and Venom King and Black set. And this Venom has a ton of texture detail. It's a great looking figure. I mean, it is, if you're in all the hyper detail that they can do on a Venom figure, this is awesome. Even comes with some wings. You can see now the price point isn't too bad. It was originally $77.99. Now it's $65.99 over at my affiliate Amazon. So you can get it. If you don't care about those wings, you don't even need them. And he's got, again, a little simplified. There's the word I was going for. Version of this face paint with the gum line not really showing up. You see it on this alternate head, but I kind of like the smiley one to show some gum work too. So it's kind of like, all right, y'all have done really cool different versions of Venom. Why do we need another one? Why do we need an update? So here we go. We got the newest one, the newest addition to the here's the Venom that's going to make you break. This is going to make you put this Venom on the Hall of Fame retired shelf. I think they did. So congratulations to the Marvel Legends team on that one. Here he is. He is in the retro card setup. It's a really nice looking figure. But as you can tell, it's got that celebrating 85 years of Marvel comics little icon here. So this is technically a dual, and I don't know whichever way you want to put this in your collection. If you want to arrange it in your MOC celebrating 85 years of Marvel setup on your wall, or if you want to put them with your Spider-Man retro classics. Either way works, but this figure really looks awesome. He's bigger, he's beefier. We got the two alternate head sculpts, which I love and truly appreciate. Two, a swappable set of hands, fists. I always love the grabbing hands for Venom because just palm Spider-Man's head. And I feel like that's more essential than some of these other head sculpts we can get, or hand sculpts we can get with him. Here's some of the different poses. And I mean, this is literally going to make this the most articulated Venom figure we've gotten. Now, there's some issues that some of my friends brought up. I don't always notice some of these issues, but as you can see, the tendrils, and they're a little bit more detailed than a classic Venom should have. Like, I just prefer the forearms to be bare. Don't love that. But there are also pins, and this first figure I showed you has pins, and kind of like Hasbro to move on from that at this point, because they've made such articulation strides and aesthetic strides that you don't want to necessarily see this. It's not a deal breaker to me. These pins aren't white, so it's not a situation where it's like, oh no, now you're breaking up the flow of this figure. It's okay, but I definitely think at this point, when they're adding different parts, that we don't necessarily need the pins anymore for these figures. Next up, it's a really cool one. We get to see how it looks on the back, get to see more of that articulation in play. So you can see he's got the diaphragm piece of the newer figures to allow for that tilt, the left and right. And they executed better than some companies. I showed you the DC Icon figures last week, and they kind of had that, but it was very stiff, so you didn't get much range at all. Marvel Legends figures accomplished that really well, so you can get some really expressive poses with this joint. No waist piece, no waist cut here, but he does have that hinge at this section. So you're going to be able to do most of that posing thanks to this diaphragm cut and the mid torso piece. So you probably, like me, won't miss this missing waist cut, but it's a nice bit of articulation. You can see how broad that back is on Venom 2. So here you can see the I'm super intimidated, I'm going to devour you, Peter Parker pose. You can get a better sense of how much rock you can get from that left to right. Of course, this is going to make that signal or logo slightly askew, but just one of the things we got to deal with Venom. No tendrils again on the sides, the legs, the feet, nothing there. No shoulder spikes, thankfully, because I think that might have been like, I'm good. So it's just here on the forearms, but whatever. Not a terrible situation for me. But I really love this one because it shows Venom in full pouncing, pounce attack mode. And I love seeing all the detail. This head sculpt is so awesome. I just love it. It looks like he is like, what's for dinner? Brains. Anybody remember that? Because I feel like we really tried hard to get away from Venom's more cannibalistic tendencies. But the butterfly shoulders really works well for Venom because he can really cock back and really get those deep poses in terms of I'm going on the attack, I'm coming for you. And I love the head sculpt again. They have such depth with the eye socket here. So it really feels like it's going back in. Definitely not like a human eye piece or eye socket. And you see that we've got the gum detail painted back again. So it's red and it really clashes nicely with the yellow white teeth. So I really like that. And this, I mean, this figure looks awesome. The only thing I really wish they didn't do is make these forearm tendrils, but he's got the hands so he can grab Spider-Man and just pummel away with this fist. So that's awesome. Really nice execution there. And here's all the accessories that we've got with him. So he's got the tongue all over doing a little loop. So if you got a really small Hot Wheel, you can just zoom. And I love the look of that too. Again, the details on the teeth and the gum line, awesome stuff. And yeah, I mean, this articulation is really, I mean, this is the most articulated Venom figure we've gotten so far from Hasbro. So really nice job. And the alternate head, the fist, good stuff. Dan was like, hey, let me break this down for y'all. It needed an update. But tell us what else is in the store, Dan. So, updated torso to be similar to Renew Your Vows Spider-Man, but on a bigger body. On Spider-Man Retro card back, Walmart exclusive. No, 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 no. Nobody wants that. Nobody's asking for that. Now you can see here that the loop is gone from the tongue. So I'm not sure if that was an older version. We've seen that in the past with Marvel Legends where the original version is a little bit different than the one we have in hand. So just a quick reminder of how that looked. So definitely a loop. And this one looks a little bit different because it's out as opposed to how this one is. Now, I don't know why I'm spending all this time on tongue work, but there you go. So Walmart exclusive. Dan breaks it down even further. Retro Card Venom is a Walmart exclusive in the US and will be available summer of this year. So no release date, no pre-order date as of right now. Same proportions as the Omega Red body with modified inverted torso, like 85th anniversary, astonishing Wolverine. And we got Beyonce and them going, let me upgrade you. So we don't know when we're going to see this Venom figure. He's coming. And we're really excited about this one. I think outside of those forearms, maybe the fins, they're not as problematic as the forearms, but really well done Venom figure. I'm happy with this one. This Venom finally gets retired to the shelf of honor so he can sit back and sip a few Mai Tais on the beach with some of my other retired figures that are too cool to get rid of, but will not be in the main display any longer. You had a good run, Eddie. Awesome figure, but it's time for a new one. What do you guys think of this updated Venom with the new articulation? Are you down for it? Are you like, listen, I've got XYZ Venom. I don't need this one. Thank you so much, Hasbro. But it's a no for me. Do you guys, did you wish they had another newer Spider-Man villain to work in there? I know there's a few left, a few heavy hitters. Would you have liked to have seen them instead of a newer, updated Venom? As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Hopefully you have a good, awesome rest of the day. For now, this episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.